Welcome to my channel. I am Uriel Omega. This video is about comics and what part I plan to have them play on my channel. When I first started collecting comics, I had no idea what I was doing. Didn't know where to begin or even what I would actually like, because movies are, most of the time, very different from their comic book counterparts, and some comics can even be a bit offensive or just uncomfortable to read for some. What made this harder was that when I went looking for reviews of comics, most were not very helpful, either not addressing the issues of what I wanted to look into, or not going anywhere near the comics I wanted to get more information about. As a devout Christian, it can be difficult to find good things that I'm interested in at times. When you pick up a comic, start to enjoy it, and then they throw in some extremely offensive content that isn't even well told or original in any way, you may feel irritated that you wasted your time and money on such a letdown. That's what I plan to do here on my channel, is to do in-depth comic book reviews from a conservative Christian perspective, as well as provide tips and extras on comic book collecting. I will be doing a lot of reviews on older comics and hopefully new ones as well. The system I plan to use to review comics is mostly a scale of 1 to 10 and will be separated into 3 main categories. I will rate the quality of the comics, such as the pencil work, coloring, writing, the story's idea, and the story's execution. I will also rate the actual content in the comics, such as violence, gore, promiscuity, and language, and I will provide notes and commentary on political and theological issues that are raised in the comics. The reason why I have separated these into these 3 categories is because sometimes you'll end up with a comic book that is very well made, with great coloring and great pencil work, but may have too much violence and language for some people. This may be just because the person doesn't like it, or it may be a parent that has children and they don't really want their children being exposed to such things. And political and theological issues that I will be noting will be both pluses and minuses, whether it be things like political leaning ideas that they put into the comics, whether it be left or right, as well as extremely negative or extremely positive Christian themes, or issues like idolism or homosexuality or magic. While some things some Christians may have no problem with, others may not like it in their comics, whether they're completely against it or they just don't really feel like reading that kind of content. And that's what I plan to list off in my notes, whether I am for it or against it, and that's one of the things that just is. Aside from comic reviews, I will also hopefully be able to do a few tip videos on comic books and comic collecting. I hope that my videos will not disappoint and will help others to find their right fit of comic for them. God bless and geek on.